Hello, I'm Rebecca Foose from Covenant United Methodist Church in Rochester, New York. And today I'm here at Jubilee Church in Brockport, New York. This is the home of the Community Hygiene Bank of Brockport, which is one of the partners in the Mustard Seed Grant Project, which is funded by the United Methodist Committee on Relief. Our other partner is Oak Orchard Health, and with me today are two representatives from Oak Orchard. We have Estela Sanchez Cacique and Sandra Rivera. Estela is the Patient Engagement Services Manager, and Sandra is the Community Health Worker for Oak Orchard Health. So thank you both very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So the purpose of this video is to help our congregation understand more about the men that we are making the health and hygiene bags for. The grant is going to help us purchase and assemble, with the help from the Community Hygiene Bank, the health and hygiene kits. And so it would help us to know a little bit more about the men and how we can thank them for the work that they do. And we'd like to know more about their work as well. So it's just maybe for either of you who might like to answer this, or both of you certainly, tell us a little bit about the men, who they are, where they come from, what their family structure is like, anything.
We see a lot of them coming from Jamaica. We have Guatemala, Mexico, Honduras,
Salvador,
and El Salvador. That's predominantly where we're seeing a lot of the workers coming in from.
there's also some company that brings them from Puerto Rico.
Okay. And how do they arrive here?
They get contracted. They by different Guatemala and Honduras. They got in. It was churches that they were paying for the guy's visa and assisting them in putting in for the paperwork so they can come over here and do the farming. With the ones from Puerto Rico, the same company, they sent a scout to Puerto Rico, and he gathered the amount of workers that they will need to come here. Jamaica and Mexico, they're also scouts that they will go to, or actually word of mouth, or families. I got people that they have the entire family here working, the guys, yeah. So yeah, it's just like, it depends where they're coming from. Some, they come through agencies that they put their paperwork, and sometimes it takes a little time for them to get called. And other times it's just churches that assist them in trying to, get the money to apply for the visa, passport, and things like that. And they help the company.
There's a lot of paperwork and complications to it, isn't
They
Yes.
do, because they have to have medical. They have to be. They put in an application to see they are accepted for the program, and then they have to pay for their visa, and so they already don't have much money, but then they have to spend $200-300 to be able to make it here.
So they fill out an application.
Yes.
And what is a farmer here looking for in a worker?
Well, just that they're hard worker. They're coming to work. That they need to understand that they're coming here to do a job, and it's a hard job. So
Looking for healthy,
yes,
more than anything, healthy workers
yeah.
that are able-bodied and can work the long hours that is expected of them. So I would say they're looking for more like, I don't want to say almost younger, but kind of yes. There's a specific target, even if it's like an unspoken rule type of thing. They're looking for like younger, able-bodied men that can come and do the work.
So what would be the ages of the men who come?
I know that it can have. I think it's 20 when they can come, but when they start coming. But I mean, I know people that been coming here with the same pharmacy for 20-25 years. So I mean, they're good workers, and they still work hard. And I think the farmer, just for gratitude, they keep bringing them, But like it all depends where you go. I've seen farms that their guys been coming here forever, and then I see other farms that they have, between 20 and 30 years.
Oh. So some of that probably is a relationship that
They build, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Estela, you mentioned the long hours. What are those hours?
It depends
It
on
depends.
the season. So apple season is sun up, sunset. So they can be out there for 12, 13, 14
Yes.
hours out in the fields picking apples. So it's long days.
Yeah, that is a long day in the summertime. What is
Yeah.
a day like? What is the work like?
Is if they're doing it. Well, every job is hard, because you're on your feet. You either bending down a lot, because when you're cutting the cabbages, you gotta bend down and so and you gotta walk long stretch. When they're picking cherries, they have to wear like a basket around their necks, and that's where they put it in. So and it's very heavy for them to carry. I've seen guys that their skin is from the rubbing of the shirt and the carrying that it's just raw. Their skin, yes. So it's very painful to see it, and it hurts them a lot. But once they get that little check on Fridays, it's like nothing ever happened. Like all is good.
It was worth it.
Yes.
Oh, my.
It's worth it.
And they come what month approximately?
It all depends. So there's guys here right now that they're working in, like, there's a farm that they're doing like cutting cabbages, cleaning them, like whatever they have in storage. So now at the end of February, beginning of March, they have like a certain group each farm to trim trees. They're coming trim trees to get them fixed. So once the process for the apples. The trees are nice and trim and well taken care of. So they're working even when it's cold and rain.
They're outside working, pruning the trees, getting them ready. So people tend to think of agricultural work as like being the short season, but actually here in Western New York, it goes on even in the winter. So on these really cold, snowy, blistery days, like you'll still see them in the fields pruning the apple trees, getting them ready for the next season.
So is that people who are here permanently, or?
There's a few.
It's a mix.
There is a mix. Some farms they have like a worker or two that are here year round. Others they will bring a few people early in the season so they can start for the for the fruits to start growing and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you mentioned, I heard cabbage, I heard apples,
So-
cherries.
Okay, so there's farms that they do zucchini, they do green beans, cabbage, they do
Onions.
cherries, onions, apples, potatoes, broccoli, squash. Oh God, there's a little bit of everything. The cherries, prunes, yes.
So whatever's in season,
Yes,
they'll
yes,
work on,
yes.
like whatever that farm has.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned the countries that they come from, so I'm guessing that English may not necessarily be their first language.
Jamaica, English is their language, but they speak patois in between them. So, I guess they feel the same way when I speak Spanish. I don't know, but they speak English. Their accent can be very, very thick.
Yes.
So now I'm like, I can understand them. I'll be like, oh, okay, then everybody. How did you get that? I'm like, I don't know. I've been working with them for years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people from Mexico, and they the farm, they will have an interpreter to show them, to teach them, or there's always somebody to be able to help them.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, and you had mentioned that's the kind of thing that Oak Orchard helps with as well. You,
We do,
you
yes.
assist. Tell us how Oak Orchard assists them.
So once they get here, so I've been doing this since 2017. So before they even make it here, I already know they're coming because they'll send me a message either by messenger on Facebook. Some of them have my number. They said we're coming, so like that, I will go and register them for the year.
This is hundreds of people, right?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, so this is how I got, because I don't give my number to everybody, but I have a secretary in each camp. So I have a secretary in each camp, and they will let me know when they're coming, or they let me know when they're here, and then I'll go in and register them and get their new information, because they get a new number every year. So, and then I will let them know I'm coming back, and I'll bring over-the-counter medications. We bring a nurse, first of all, an RN, and we check their blood pressure. And then we have like a questionnaire that we ask them that if they have allergies, body aches, a lot of them get poison ivy really bad. So we offer heartburn medication for heartburn, and all of that is free. We also work with the Department of Health, and we bring a lot of vaccinations, like hepatitis A and B,
Your tetanus shot.
the tetanus shot, flu vaccines.
So we're offering COVID vaccines were
Yes.
also being offered through
So,
the Department of Health.
and there's also, because there's so many, if they're younger than 25, between 20 and 25, we all offer the Gardasil. That is 3 different vaccinations. We offer pneumonia vaccine for the ones that smoke. So I mean, and all this is free. When we go to the camp, all those benefits are free for them. We also bring information for if the insects bite them, or sexually transmitted disease. A lot of
Well, there's the
education.
poor guy who he's had the basket around his
Yes.
neck all day, and he's got that rash.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we offer like 5 different medications. One is for allergies, that it can be used for like the poison ivy, or if you have an allergic to a chemical or something. We offer for the feet, in case, because from the sweating of the boots, and allergies for body ache, and we offer for heartburn. And they're very thankful, because a lot of the guys, even the ones that speak English, they can go to the pharmacy, but they still don't know exactly what to buy. Or something that's not a priority.
Well, and that gets into issues of trust.
Yeah,
Right,
sure.
absolutely.
Maybe could you talk a little, as you did before, talk a little bit about the issue of trust?
If you go to a camp and you try to let them know this is what I want to do for you, they will look at you like, we don't know you, so
Yeah.
they're gonna pass by you like they don't even see you. But now if I come with you, or if I call them and I say, hey, I have somebody that's gonna go over there and see you, they want to talk to you about A, B, C, D, they'll open the door for you before you even know it. You got a taco in front of you with a water, what you need, what you got. Listen,
Yeah.
They will treat you like they know you
Like
forever.
family, yeah.
Just because I
Because
said,
Sandra said so.
Yeah.
yes, just
Yeah.
because Sandra said.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also about the vaccines.
Yes, I gotta let them know that I have received them. It's nothing that they, that we're not picking on them because they're from another country. That is something that we offer because, and I give explanations. I'm like, especially with I think hepatitis B, I think, is the one that you can get sick from eating contaminated food. I get them confused. But so I tell them, I say, okay, so you're coming from Mexico. You stopping in, some of them come by bus. I'm like, so that means you're stopping in different places to eat. I said, you don't know who's cooking. You don't know what they have. You don't know what they do when they go to the bathroom. Do they wash their hand or not? I said, now we're offering you a vaccine that it can help you, that you don't get sick from that. So they're like, oh. So then I have to say, I have them. I've been vaccinated since I was a baby. As soon as I was able to get a vaccine. So then, so now they trust me because I got them. So it's something that we're not picking on them because they're from another country, like, oh my God, we're scared, you gotta get this. No, I use myself as an example.
Right.
So,
Well, Orchard really is a tremendous safety net, isn't it? For
yes,
Yeah.
people
yes,
coming here.
yes.
Yeah.
It is. And then, so I did want to mention, Oak Orchard, we take pride in the fact that our community health workers, they're all bilingual in English and Spanish. And, we work and we live in the communities that we serve our patients. So like I had said earlier, Fridays when Sandra goes to Walmart, they see her, they see her out and about, and so she's part of the community, and it helps build that trust because we're right there when they need us, and we work and play in the same areas that they are.
Mhm.
So then that helps build on that trust, and I think that goes a long way
Oh,
when
yes.
we're approaching the guys. And then we do a lot of work in the field, like at the camps with them. But if there's more, then Sandra refers back to our clinics. So if someone needs, blood work done, or if she identifies any diabetics or anybody with high blood pressure, they get referred back to the clinic. And so we provide free transportation back to our clinics. And then once they're here at our clinic, we provide in-house interpretations, like an in-person interpreter will assist them throughout their whole visit. And then if they happen to be referred out anywhere to see a specialist, then Oak Orchard Health also will provide that transportation to the specialist, whether it's in Rochester, we take them to Rochester, and if there's no interpreter present there, then our community health workers also will interpret at that visit. So we like to take a holistic approach.
And we
to
also help
our
them with
patients.
health insurance, to get health insurance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all the pieces of the
Yes.
pie that go together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could you tell us a little more about the conditions in which the men live?
Here or,
Here.
well, like I said earlier, some of them live.
Actually, both, yes.
So here, it really depends the farm owner. Like some houses are amazing. I have seen farm owners go above and beyond for them, and then I've seen others that it just breaks your heart that they came here, and I cannot believe that they're in this situation.
Right.
But even we try not to judge because we don't want to cause wave with the farmers that they're letting us come in. But we also do talk to the guys, and they never want to do anything. They're like, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah.
They don't want to cause waves.
Yeah,
either,
they don't
because
want to complain.
they're grateful that they're
Yeah.
here, and they're grateful that they're able to make some money to be able to help their family back home.
Oh,
So for an example, I have this farm that when COVID happened, they had their guys here, and the owner purchased an entire cow, and put a freezer in the basement and told the guys, there's meat down there, you're good. He had another guy that he needed some medical and couldn't work. He still paid him. Not the same amount that he would have been making, but he was still giving him something so he could live here and he could send something home. So you get some farmers that are just amazing. And then, just got another ones that, you're here to work, so it all depends.
So do the men talk about home? You said many send money home.
Yes.
They do. Actually, I'm nosy, so I ask questions. Just because I just want to know, how is it helping them coming here, being away from their wives, from their family for 6 months, 9 months. It's a long time. So I ask people from Mexico, and I ask people from Jamaica, how long will it take them to make the same amount of money that they make here in a week? And they told me it will take them 3 weeks of labor to be able to make the $600-700 that they make here in a week. So you know what I mean? So they will have to work a lot harder over there.
Yeah.
So they don't pay. So coming here is a blessing to a lot of them.
Well, and it's such a blessing to our agricultural system and
Yes,
all of us.
yes.
I think so few of us know much about where our food comes from and the extensive amount of labor it takes to cut that cabbage and other things like that. Do the guys get to relax at all while they're here?
Not really. Sometimes they gotta work 6-7 days. If it's raining, they might stop the work. But once it stops raining, they go back out. So or if today rained all day and they couldn't work, so that means that they're working Sunday. So it all depends. The weather is the one that says how and when.
Well, Well, when they do have a little downtime, what kind of things do they like to do?
They relax, they sleep, they
Sleep.
can sleep, they can sleep day
Yeah.
and night, it don't matter what time.
Mhm.
But once the end of the season starts, dying down and they don't have to work as many hours, they go shopping. The farm owners let them borrow the van so they can go to the mall. So they can, go different places and buy a few things to bring back home.
So the health and hygiene kits that we're making for the men are our expression of thanks for the work they do. Are these products that they would have difficulty getting on their own, or is this sort of a little bonus for them?
I think it depends, because when they first come here, they don't come with really anything. So, and then they're not really making money when they come here. So this will really give them like a step ahead, like they have something so they don't
That
have
they don't
to
have to
worry.
worry about.
Yeah, that they don't have to worry about getting these things, that they'll already have it here for them to use. So yeah, I think it would be greatly appreciated.
And one thing that I have learned in the amount of time, they love presents.
Yes.
They love presents.
Yes.
Like, if you think about it, sometimes they come from places that are so poor.
Yeah.
They really never receive nothing free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when I go there, I think they look at me like Santa Claus. Seriously, because they'd be like, Sandra, what you got there? What you brought me to this? Sandra? What you got in the back? I know you got things in the back, Sandra. So I'm like, yes, hold on. So it's it is amazing to see like somebody cares.
Yes.
Somebody took the time to do something nice for me, and they are very grateful. Really, they are very grateful. That's one thing that I have seen. They see that, Sandra, the things that we give since you've been coming. Like, sometimes I go to events that and I'm like, oh, can I take that? My guys will love that. I got a lot of guys. So I was at an event last year and they were giving hats, but not really everybody was getting the hat. I'm like, oh, I work with a lot of farm workers. They would love them hats. Don't you know the lady went and got me a big box and said, take it to the guys. So, oh God, they were.
Yeah, they do.
Because they use them in the farm.
Yeah.
They gotta cover themselves from the sun. So,
Sure.
and if everything is so expensive now, that they have to make a choice. Do I spend $10-15 on a hat, or do I buy food, or do I send it home? Because the family back there is depending on them.
Well, what other things would you like our congregation to know?
These guys, they come here and they work very hard, and they don't take themselves as a priority.
Yes.
They don't say, oh, I work here and this is my money and I get to do whatever I want. Like, sometimes I do. Sometimes they stay with $20 in their pocket for the week.
And they send everything back.
And they send everything back home. So when we do something and some people be like, oh, that's not a lot. Anything is the world to them.
Yeah.
Because I've known of people, of guys just going without because home is needed more. We're fine. I've seen guys that like they barely will buy food for the week just so their kids back home will have food for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because if you think about it, they're here like on a 6-month contract or 3 months or whatever it is. And they have to send that money back home because they have to live off of that 3, 4, 5, 6 months, those wages. They have to live off of that for the next however long at home.
Before they come back.
Before they come back. Yeah. So that's why too, money, like Sandra said, they don't put themselves as a priority. Their priority is home, to make sure that home is taken care of. So.
I have one thing that I stress them, and I said, what we bring here is free. Even if you had a headache 10 years ago and you haven't had one since, I said, take them. Because you never know when you're going to have a headache again. So it's better to have it. I said, I can get in my car and go to Walmart and get me something and know what I'm getting. I said, you guys don't have the car. It's not like you can get up at any time at night and go get it.
Yeah.
And then how will you know what to get? I said, we're bringing it to you.
Yeah.
and they're like, you know what, Sandra, yes. So, yeah, so, they're always very grateful for everything. They're not that grateful with vaccines because they're in pain.
Yeah.
But everything else, they are, you know, everything that I can bring for them is, they is very, very important to them, you know. You know, things that we take for granted.
Yeah.
Is meaningful to them.
Anything else about it we should address or talk about?
Thank you
Thank you.
for doing this for them, and you know, and I will make sure that once, you know, I bring them over, I'll send you pictures, you know, so with them, yes. They like to model for me. Yes, yes. Like I said, if you ever want to go and visit with us, so you can go and see, you know, when, like, how they will be with you when you come in, let me know.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to
Yes.
attend along with us during our outreach season if you would like.
Yeah, we may want to do that and and if we could be a part of taking the bags as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
We would love to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Absolutely.
they'll start coming in, I would say beginning March.
Okay.
But they'll be coming then, and then there's people that come in April, then there's people that come in May, so they're always, you know, coming, yes.
Our packing party is April 21st.
Oh, that's fine,
So,
oh,
yeah, we'll have
you guys are in a party?
We'll have a, potlucking party, yeah. So we'll have it ready by April 22nd.
Okay.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes, so as soon as, let me know, and
to.
I will talk to the guys and be like, another thing that, I don't like bringing somebody without asking them,
Of
because
course,
to me, it's very important for them to know that I respect them, you know? So I will let them know, and believe me, they will treat you like they've known you forever.
Well, thank you both so much, Sandra and Estela. It's been great. It's been very informative, and we are very appreciative to the men for the work that they do.
Yes.
And to Oak Orchard and you for the work that you're doing to support them.
Yes.
So thank you very much. We're happy to have you as a partner in this project.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.